Welcome, everyone. Good afternoon. We have a large group joining us today. Please take a moment to settle in while we admit all attendees. We have a group of over 200 people today joining us. Please feel free to grab a glass of water for yourself. Make yourself familiar with the teams. We will guide you, but also we'll give a couple of minutes to people to join. Welcome, everyone, again. I hope your day is going well. Welcome, everyone who just joined us. We have a large group, over 200 people joining us today. Thank you for trusting us, for learning together with Prosper Canada. And thank you for being on time. We really appreciate that. We'll start at 1:02, letting more people to join. Welcome, everyone. We're giving one more minute for people to join. And we have two wonderful interpreters with us today, Lisa and Margaret. So I will be speaking a little bit slower for the best experience of all of our attendees today. Before we get started, we have some quick logistics to go over. As audience member, you have been put on mute for the webinar. If you would like to ask a question, please put it in the chat box, which you will find on the top menu of your screen. If you could give me a quick hi in the chat so I can see and my team can see you on the back end that you are with us today and chat box works properly for you, we will appreciate that. Say hi. I see a lot of smiley faces joining us today. Thank you so much again for joining. We're still admitting attendees. Again, we have a huge group of people. Over 200 people joined us today. Thank you so much for being on time. If during the live webinar you will have any kind of questions related to the content or technical questions, feel free to submit them in chat and our team will do our best to support you. For those who would like to use closed captioning, on the menu bar on the top right of your screen, click the three dots with the word more under it, then click language and speech, then turn on live caption. If you lose connection at any time, please just re-enter the webinar using the link and we will admit you to the webinar. And if you have any issues, again, with submitting questions in the chat, please raise your hand then in that case and let us know that you have issues and we will do our best to make sure that everything is working for you. I think we're ready to start. Again, good afternoon. Welcome to Supporting with Access to Benefits. My name is Ina Tilka. I'm a senior officer and training lead with Community Learning and Engagement team at Prosper Canada. And today with me, my colleagues, Jenny Bolton, Layla Rich, and Erin Howley on the back end, supporting all of us in this learning experience, as well as two interpreters, Lisa and Margaret, who are helping us to create the best learning experience for all attendees. I'm excited to talk to you today about how you can help Canadians on the low-income access benefits and to practice using the benefits Wayfinder together. We are really excited to have a really large group today. It is great to know that so many of you are interested in helping people to access the benefits they are entitled to. Before we move on, can you give me some reactions? If you can hear me okay, if you can see everything okay, I will really appreciate in this virtual environment connection with you. Oh, I see a lot of thumbs ups. I really appreciate that. Please know that this session will be recorded and it will be shared on our website. So if you prefer not to have your image or name captured, then please keep your camera off during the entire webinar and during Q&A session, and also rename yourself to participant and submit your questions via chat only. We will also provide a copy of the handout from this session, so you don't have to really focus on taking notes and just fully immerse into the learning experience and learning with us. For those not familiar with who we are, founded in 1986, Prosper Canada is a national charity dedicated to expanding economic opportunity for Canadians living in poverty through program and policy innovation. As Canada's leading national champion of financial empowerment, we work with government, business, and community partners to develop and promote financial policies, programs, and resources. We help service systems and organizations in all sectors to build proven financial empowerment approaches into their businesses in ways that are sustainable, help them achieve their goals, and tangibly increase the financial well-being of the low-income people they serve. And to start our presentation, I would like to begin today with the land acknowledgement. And while I am doing this, I encourage you to share your own land acknowledgements in live chat if you are joining us from all areas across Canada. We begin by acknowledging that we are joining you from Toronto, which is situated upon traditional territories. The territories include the Wendat, Anishinaabeg Nation, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, and the Métis Nation. Toronto is the dish with one spoon territory. The dish with one spoon is a treaty between the Anishinaabe, Mississaugas, and Haudenosaunee that bound them to share their territory and protect the land. Subsequent Indigenous nations and people, Europeans, and all newcomers have been invited into this treaty in the spirit of peace, friendship, and respect. Today, the meeting place of Toronto is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work in the community on this territory. Again, I encourage everyone who would like to share their own land acknowledgement in the chat, and we will really, really appreciate you sharing it with us. And we would like also to know a little bit more about you. So let's connect with each other. Again, my name is Ina Tuka. I'm part of the CLE team. Behind the scenes, we have awesome Jenny Bolton, Layla Rich, and Ari Hawley who are helping me and supporting you in this webinar. Please type in the chat your name and where you live in Canada so we know a little bit better. Oh, I see wonderful land acknowledgements coming in. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome, Peggy from British Columbia, Randy from Alberta, Allison, Manitoba. Oh my goodness, we have entire Canada here. This is so beautiful. Toronto, Calgary, Janice, Krista, Alex. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for your trust and for learning with us today. We really appreciate this. Please continue to introduce yourself in the chat. And in the meantime, we will start using with you some interactive tools today in the training. And we will be using Mentimeter. My colleague Layla will be supporting me in this. And if you've never used this tool before, there are 3 ways to engage with Mentimeter. And hopefully when we share it, you will be able to answer the questions directly on screen. So you can use your phone and screen the QR code that you see on your laptop right now. You can also log into menti.com and use the code you see on the slide. It's 48042879. Or, oh, we see already answers coming in. This is beautiful. I think that everybody's familiar with the tool. And we're answering the questions, what population do you support? We can see really what beautiful and diverse audience we have in the room today. We see that you're supporting unemployed people and job searchers a lot, families with children, newcomers, indigenous people. Beautiful diversity. Beautiful diversity. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Wonderful. Let's give a couple of more minutes in responses. And if you cannot access Mentimeter, feel free to share as well your responses in chat. Wonderful, beautiful, diverse audience joining us today from across the Canada. Thank you so much for sharing with us. People living with disabilities poll commenting in chat. I love your response, Paisha. People, period. We're serving people. This is a beautiful response. I think we have a beautiful, diverse response here for awareness of how diverse our services are and people who are in the room with us learning together. I will return back to the presentation now, Leila, and we have over 100 people in the room. Just give me 1 second, please. Thank you again for sharing your insights with us. It's very valuable, and we really would like to create this space where everybody learns from each other, not only from this presentation. So thank you again for sharing. So what we're going to do today, the purpose of today is to learn and practice the skills to support Canadians living on a low income to access benefits. This starts with understanding your role in providing support. It also includes important skills like knowing how to start the conversation about the benefits. We also are going to review some tips for using the benefits of Wayfinder and give you time to explore the tool using some personas. And today I'm also going to give you a short overview of the Disability Benefits Compass, which is linked to the Benefits Wayfinder or can be also used and accessed as a standalone tool. And finally, we will provide you with some additional resources and training available to you. These topics, along with more details on financial literacy, financial conversations, and how to use the benefits Wayfinder, are available through the Foundations of Access to Benefits online course. If you have not taken this training with us before and are interested, we will provide more information on this along with other resources at the end of this workshop. We have today 1 hour and a half together, and we hope that you will enjoy this presentation. So let's get started. Here is what you can expect from today's workshop. We will be using a variety of different learning formats and tools, and you've experienced Mentimeter already to give you a chance to engage with the content. Some of the activities will be completed together in our larger group or as individuals. You will have some time to practice navigating the Benefits Wayfinder and experiment with your own personas and with personas that we showcase to you. And there will be also opportunities to reflect on your own personal experiences with money. The personas, discussions, and practice activities really come to life when we are able to incorporate our personal experiences. Because of this, we really want the session to feel safe, inclusive, and also a little bit fun. So please treat our time together with respect and really learn as much as possible from us, from each other, from the chat, where we encourage you to continue with your questions and engage with each other as well. Feel free to drop them at any time. Yes, I can see the question in chat. We will provide the copy of the presentation as well as the recording of the presentation. So be ensured that all this information will be provided to you, and feel free not to be stressed about taking too much notes, except that your personal reflections would be always welcomed if you would like to. And again, I will be speaking a little bit slower. We are having two interpreters today with us, Lisa and Margaret, and they're supporting us today. So if I'm speaking too quickly, please drop a question in chat and I will try to adjust my speed of my language and pace of my language. One important thing before we move on with today's presentation. Let's approach the content in today's workshop knowing that experiences, values, and emotions around money differ really widely from person to person. Money can be a really sensitive topic. We will remember this as we work together today, and also when we work with individuals in our community, with our friends or family. We'll start today by exploring your role in helping the individuals you work with or support with accessing the benefits that they're entitled to, but potentially not yet receiving. So, why does this matter? Why does access to benefits support matter? Take a moment to think about why access to benefits matter in our own lives. What impact do benefits have? If you have a child with a disability, benefits matter. If you are caring for an aging parent or saving for a child's education or having difficulty paying your bills, benefits matter. Now, think about someone living on a very low income. What impact can benefits have on individual or family living on low income? Let's do a word cloud in Mentimeter together to get your feedback. And my colleague Layla will move to the Mentimeter right now, and we can see how you can reflect on your personal experiences and share with us these insights. And I see already responses coming, and they are beautiful. What impact does access to benefits have on people? It's a security and empowerment. Two most common responses that we're getting today in our group, that giving this feeling of basic human needs. And I love how it refers to the initial comment that was made in chat. We're trying to help people, and the basic needs that we're referring to here and the impact that helping people to access the benefits, creating this feeling of security, comfort, well-being, relief. What a beautiful word, feeling of relief, impact on your health, impact on your mental, emotional health, survival. Keep them coming. They are really beautiful responses. Safety, independence, comfort, sustainability is wonderful. Visibility. We have a comment, visibility, which is beautiful comment as well. Feel free to add as well your responses in chat if you're having issues with the Mentimeter. Wonderful responses. Thank you so much, Layla. I will return now back to the presentation. Absolutely. Your responses showed it so clearly. The access to benefits provides people with the feeling of security, with the empowerment, with the sense of belonging and satisfaction of the basic human needs. Let's highlight some of the most important aspects to the access of the access to benefits. Individuals who receive benefits navigation support are more likely to be able to access all the benefits that they're eligible for. So by increasing an individual access to benefits, you play a key role in helping them increase their income. Receiving benefits can improve an individual's financial well-being and empower them to take control of their financial situation. Increased benefits can also improve their overall quality of life. And we saw that in our word cloud so vividly and so beautifully, creating that visibility. Really enjoyed that feeling of visible by in society. This is because the stress of living in poverty can have an impact on all areas of our life, and this is incredibly important to understand. How can people support individuals to access benefits? Access to benefits is a vital part of poverty reduction. By integrating access to benefits into existing programs such as social assistance, employment, housing, healthcare, and settlement, the outcomes of these programs are improved. There are three elements to supporting individuals with accessing benefits. The first one is to identify individuals' eligibility to benefits. Many people living on a low income are not even aware that there are benefits they could be receiving. Others may know about benefits, but they don't believe that they're eligible. To identify eligibility, you can ask if an individual has heard about certain benefits or using the benefits Wayfinder to identify potential benefits they're eligible for. The second step to supporting individuals is to guide them through the application process. Although the process must be led by the individual, you can help support their application by making an action plan with them, creating to-do lists for their application, keeping them on track with check-in meetings, or helping with practical needs such as completing applications, navigating online tools, printing on mailing benefits applications, or sometimes even translating into more plain language for the understanding. Lastly, you can support an individual to access benefits by referring them to additional support as required. As us today, we're not subject matter expertise, not the subject matter experts in the benefits. We're presenting today on the tool, but accessing and referring people to the additional support might provide a more deeper value to all of them. You're not required to have all the answers or have all the knowledge. It is totally okay and important, actually, to refer individuals to other resources if their needs go beyond your comfort level or your level of knowledge. In these cases, it is important to have a list of trustworthy organizations and resources to refer to. And in this webinar, again, we will be focusing more on the first element, determining a participant's eligibility and getting them started on their benefits application journey. If you have any questions so far on the slides that I presented, feel free to drop your questions in the chat, and my beautiful colleagues will do our best to respond to all of your questions that you have. Starting conversation about money. Let's talk about how we start conversations about money. First, let's recognize there are many barriers facing the communities and people we work when we support them. Many people living on a low income have also experienced some sort and form of financial or other trauma, which can lead to additional barriers to accessing benefits, information, and support. A trauma-informed approach recognizes the impact that trauma can have on vulnerable individuals. It aims to empower them by creating conditions of emotional and personal safety. To take a trauma-informed approach, follow these 5 principles. First, it is important to create a physically and emotionally safe environment. One way to do this is to hold conversations in private areas, and it will address the trust issues very often. The second principle is to support autonomy and choice, for example, by ensuring that the individual knows they are in control of all decisions in the benefits process, that it's not you who are making that decisions for this person. The third principle is to create collaborative relationships where the individual has a significant role in how the process unfolds. For example, the individual chooses how and when to search and apply for benefits, while you provide the tools to support action. Next is to establish boundaries. Do this is by reassuring that the individual that their information will be kept confidential. Another is reminding them that they can stop the meeting or benefits application process at any time if they choose. It's again about their own agency in all of this process. And finally, it is important to use a strengths and empowerment focused approach, acknowledging and validating participants' feeling, experiences, values, and decision is the key in all of this. Do you have any questions about this slide? If you do, feel free to drop them in chat. We really want it to be two-side conversation so my colleagues can respond to these questions for you. While every situation and every individual is unique, there are three common conversation pathways to introduce and discuss access to benefits. If you are a frontline worker, the first generally takes place on the job in a public situation when you are having a discussion with a community member who is seeking support because they are in financially vulnerable situation. For example, you might be working at the food bank, doing screening questions, or providing formula to a new mom, providing empowerment and training support to a newcomer, in conversation with someone at a drop-in center or other. The person did not come prepared to have a financial conversation in this case. Or it could simply be a conversation you are having at a coffee shop with a friend or family member who is struggling financially. So it's a public space. The second takes place during a private, one-on-one scheduled money conversation. And the third takes place in a related field, for example, healthcare, or speaking with a person who is incarcerated, provided housing services. It's a one-on-one private meeting, but the person did not come to the purpose of discussing money. Let's do a quick poll using Mentimeter to see where that pathway you would most likely find yourself in when interacting with your community members. Think about your own context. Which pathways would you most likely find yourself in? And please share it in the poll that Leila will be sharing with you right now on the screen. Oh, we see that responses started to come in. Thank you so much, Leila. And majority of our attendees having the conversation in public on the job space. So it spotlights. Thank you so much for responses in the chat as well. Pathway 1, pathway 2, all three, 1, 2, and 3. So diversity of different ways and recognizing which environment it is very important. Wonderful. Thank you so much for your responses. We see majority of the people in the poll responding that conversation happening in public space. So as you're responding to this question, I want you also to reflect on how it's impacting this conversation, what might be important in these conversations when they're happening. Thank you so much for all your responses. Wonderful. I will be returning back to the presentation now. Bear with me, we're switching. So let's look at all of these pathways now separately and see what we need to be careful about, what we need to consider when we're thinking about pathway one. Public on the job, you are in public space, so you need to be sensitive and respect privacy. You are going to want to ask some closed questions and leave more detailed discussions to a one-on-one meeting. You need to build up trust first. You might want to open the conversation with, we could explore benefits that you might be eligible for. Would you be interested for this? If willing, you can ask the screening questions. Have you filed your taxes for the past 5 years? Have you recently experienced or are you coming up to a big life change? This might include having a child or losing a job or retiring. How comfortable you feel with your current financial situation? Screening questions. If appropriate, you can ask if they would be interested in exploring benefits together with you in using the Benefits Wayfinder tool. And if willing, then you can obviously schedule a one-on-one meeting and continue to have this conversation and deeper dive about the benefits and financial situation of the client that you are working with. For the pathway two, because you're already talking finances and you already are in one-on-one meeting, you can be more direct in conversation and you can have more open conversation. You can ask screening questions as part the broader financial conversation. You can consider open-ended questions more about improving their financial situation and increasing their income. And if the participant identifies need for increased income, ask if they're interested in checking for the benefits. Then you can process based on participants' interest and use the benefits wayfinder of finding appropriate benefits. And finally, for path 3, you are working in a related field. So maybe it could be a settlement or healthcare in one-on-one meetings. So it is private for you. You can ask open-ended questions to identify the individual stressors. You can have more direct conversation. You can see if there is a need for increased income and share that there might be benefits that can help individuals. If interested, you can ask the screening questions still. Have you filed your taxes for the past 5 years? Have you recently experienced or are you coming to a big life change? Might include having a child, losing a job, or others. And how comfortable do you feel with your current financial situation? If it makes sense to explore further, you can set up a dedicated meeting to continue the conversation again. So for all of this, 3 passes, you have to really reflect on how you want to conduct this conversation and think about this ahead of time and plan accordingly. So a quick review and some tips for all pathways. Set realistic expectations and avoid saying something like this, you will probably be eligible for this benefit. You don't want to raise their expectations and you don't want to make any assumptions. To be productive, the process must be led by individual. Always remember about that importance of the agency. You should only start the conversation about access to benefits if the individual indicates that they're interested and they're open to have this conversation. Remember that your role is to support the process. You should never directly advise or pressure an individual to consider the benefits. Do you have any questions so far? I want to engage you on the other side of the screen so we're closer to each other. Thank you. Thank you so much for your reactions. If we're doing well, appreciate that. Okay, so let's move then to navigating the Benefits Wayfinder. For those of you who have taken the online course or participated in a recent public demo, you may already be familiar with the tool. We're going to take some time now to demonstrate the different ways it can be used in money conversations. If you want more detail on using the tool, we do have previously recorded webinars also that you can rewatch and go into deeper, greater details on our Learning Hub. The Benefits Wayfinder is a tool that helps individuals identify and apply for the benefits they are eligible for. It works by providing a list of personalized benefits an individual may be eligible for based on their circumstances. Users can view a particular benefits eligibility and ID requirements, application process, and more, and organize their recommendations on a dashboard. Those who are most likely to discover new benefits with the Benefits Wayfinders are those living on a low income, newcomers, those approaching or experiencing a major life event, those who've never filed taxes before, and those who are not receiving common starting benefits. I will provide a walkthrough on how to use the various features of the Benefits Wayfinder, and you will have also the chance to navigate through Benefits Wayfinder on your own after this demonstration. A video about the Benefits Wayfinder and how to navigate it is also available and will be shared in the resources with you after the presentation, as well as the recording of this presentation. And you will be able to always reference it whenever you need. And again, I want to encourage you, feel free to ask questions in the chat and our team will do our best to respond to all of them. So let's go look at the Benefits Wayfinder. It will take me a couple of minutes, but before I do, I just want to state that if you have any specific benefits questions, we are not benefits experts at Prosper Canada. We can answer questions about the tool, but we might not have the level of expertise to answer specific benefits questions. Having said that, you are still more than welcome to submit questions related to the benefits themselves, and either somebody in audience potentially might have the answer to that question, or we will do our best to try to find answer for you and provide the answer later. So give me 1 second, please, and I will be sharing with you my Benefits Wayfinder. So what you see on the screen right now is the Benefits Wayfinder homepage, and we will go through this homepage of the Benefits Wayfinder. I will guide you through it. We will answer together all of the questions, and after that, you will have an opportunity to practice as well this Benefits Wayfinder tool, either using your imaginary persona, ideally the client that you work with, and we will provide persona to you that you can use to practice this. So as you can see at the top, there are several ways to access the information. So you can see the homepage, starting point, questionnaire, browse all benefits, and help button, as well as a blue button called dashboard, which is the place where all of the benefits that you will save will be sorted for you for easy of navigation. We're going to focus today on the questionnaire right here, and later you will have a chance to explore it as well as using personas. But I'm going to begin with a couple of the statements that you need to understand. The information input in the Benefits Wayfinder is not stored. Often people are not comfortable sharing personal information online. So if that is the case, you can use a different means of exploring benefits, such as sharing points, starting points, which I will also demo a little bit later. You do not have to answer all of the questions in Benefits Wayfinder. There is the ability to skip them, but you should understand the more questions are answered, the more specific benefits recommendations people will receive. And as you answer more questions, benefits will not be removed from your dashboard, only added. You can move back and forth when you're responding to the questions. And if you have made any error or mistakes, you can go back and change your answers after the submission. So you can play around with this tool. If you are completing a questionnaire for participants, you are approaching a life change, who is approaching the life change, be sure to enter information as if they're already experiencing it. So in other words, this will give people understanding that event happened already. So if an individual, for example, expecting a child, answer questions as if the child is already born. If someone is approaching retirement, enter the income they will have once in retirement. So consider this as event happened already. Let's try and respond to all of these questions together. So we will go through imaginable situation when I'm responding this question for one of the clients or for the friend. Are you up to date on filing your taxes? Let's say that person did not do the taxes. And as you can see, the question move immediately to the next response that is required. Let's imagine that this person is 30 to 49 years old. And this person is a temporary resident in Canada. Here we have a question related to working and employment status, and we can select different options. So we would say, for example, looking for work because I lost my job and I'm unable to work due to health injury or disability. Moving to the next question, I am supposed to answer the income, and I'm responding here to the question of total household together, making in 1 year. Let's say we're responding to this question and including as well how many people live in the home of the client or friend or family member. Let's say 4. Do you care for any children under 18 years of old? So as you can see, the questions shaped in pretty plain language, easy to understand, and easy to respond. Are you or is anyone in your household living with disability? Let's say no, for example. And as you can see, we've got this questionnaire responded and available for us to edit if you would like to and return back to the question that we potentially made a mistake. So it is not something that cannot be changed or cannot be fixed. You can review the questions again, you can feel comfortable about what you see there, and then you can submit them to receive the notification that benefits Wayfinder we found 18 recommended benefits for you in the dashboard. You can see the recommended benefits in your dashboard, or you can crystallize questions if you would like to return back to the questions. Let's go to the dashboard and look at our dashboard, how it looks like, and what we can do with it, how we can make it even more customized for our client needs. So on the left side, you can see that there are recommendations, 18 recommendations, and you can see that 8 out of 13 questions were answered. So not all questions were answered. We can return back and we can fill even more questions to make the responses more full. Where do you live? I am renting, we can respond. Are you pregnant or expecting a child? Let's say no, I'm not. Length of stay in Canada since age of 18. And you can say I'm living here from 5 to 9, for example, if your client providing this information. Are you a parent or are you or parent of your spouse a Canadian veteran? Let's say no. We can review the questions again. Submitting the questions and returning back to the dashboard, seeing them renewed. So, in other words, this tool gives you opportunity to fill in as much information as possible to get access to the available benefits on the market and to available benefits that would be valuable to your clients. Recommended benefits are a good starting point, but you will still need to go through all of these recommendations to determine eligibility. There are sub-lists on the dashboard where you can view benefits you have marked as senior recommended benefits, And once you marked as already receiving or have removed, you also can do removing benefits here. So if you're looking at the dashboard right now here, you can sort them alphabetically. You can change the priority for the benefits. And also you can see the complexity. Don't need tax filing required for 15 of these recommendations. You also can, as you remember, the information is not being stored for you here. You can also save the session and share the information with your client. And if you know that your client does not have the financial literacy on level to receive the information via email, you can always PDF the insights and print them out for your client if it's needed. While you are going through all of these benefits and looking at them, again, you can decide on a priority, low, medium, high, which exactly you would like to use and apply for your dashboard. And in your dashboard, then this benefit will show up on the top. You can add it as well as the benefits you're already receiving if in conversation with your client you discover that this benefit has been already applied for. You can mark them as seen, for example. You can remove them as well, and you can add them as the benefits that have been already receiving by the client. Going inside of the benefit will provide you with more information on what this benefit is about, what important information is to know, as well as how difficult or easy application is. And all of this information has been provided in simple, plain language, but also sometimes requires a translation in more plain language for your clients. So please be aware of that. And also don't remember that there are always organizations provided within the benefits Wayfinder that can help you with this if you don't feel comfortable with your knowledge about the benefit. You always can get in touch with these organizations that will help you to translate the knowledge in the right way. Do you have any questions so far? We see that Randy put the question, where do you get your list of benefits available from? And thank you so much, Jenny, for responding. We have tried to include all we can from federal provincial sources. We are also adding more municipal benefits from cities and have agreed to share and work with us. If you discover a benefit that is missing, please reach out. And we also review all benefits every 6 months to ensure accuracy and availability of all benefits, so they are all up to date. I'm checking my notes. So again, when we're looking at this tool is created very much to help you navigate all benefits that are available and support your clients to the best of capability. And also when you're clicking on the help, you can get access to the trusted and trustworthy organization that have a deeper knowledge, deeper expertise if you need to consult in the specific topics, if you need to get more insights about the benefits themselves. We reviewed questionnaire, and now let's look also into the starting points, because sometimes responding to questions might be not necessarily the easiest way, especially if trust has not been established with the client, and sometimes people don't know where to start. Starting points are a great way to do that conversation and to start that conversation. And starting points can be accessed either from the top. You can hear it, you can see it here on the drop down, or you can screen from the home page to the bottom, and you will see these beautiful tiles that are starting points as well. Filters or starting points can be used to narrow down results for those with specific or immediate needs. You can ask questions to identify if person may be a part of a specific group with an associating starting point. As you can see here, newcomer, or person lost a job, or caring for a child, or seeks support for disability needs. Participants might be a part of numerous special groups and therefore can use multiple starting points for benefit suggestions and discovery. Many people might be missing out of benefits because they do not realize they are eligible for them. This is common with the disability benefits, where many people don't see themselves as living with disability, even if they may have a health condition that impacts their daily life and do qualify for these benefits. So some benefits are common benefits, which means that if an individual receives this, they are eligible for other related benefits, such as Ontario Works, for example. You can view this by clicking on already receiving benefits to see more. But here in this specific tiles, starting point, you can open it and you can discover different benefits that are provided based on this starting pointer conversation. The third way to access the benefits, and again, we're returning to the top here. We've looked with you on questionnaire and on starting points when people are not sure and they just have the pain point that they're coming with and want you to address it. The third way to find the benefits is a browsing or benefits. So it is the way when you really know what kind of benefit you're looking for, and you can simply select province where you're looking at and enter the benefits that you would like to access. And it will provide the benefits in your feed that you can discover, as well as discover eligibility, identification needed to be provided, and obviously guidance with all information on how to apply, as well as leading to the official websites where you can find official information on the specific benefits. Do we have any questions at this point? And I see already that Jenny shared the benefits Wayfinder page with you, so I will return back to the presentation.
It's just a link to how to share the tool. It's not the actual link to the tool.
I see. And we actually would need that link right now. Thank you so much, Jenny, because we will be practicing. We've learned how the conversation about benefits should happen, navigating the tool and use the tool in different situations. And now it's time for you to practice. For these activities, you will practice using the benefits Wayfinder. And thank you so much, Jenny, for sharing the link in the chat. And finding benefits that people you're serving may be eligible for based on their personal circumstances. This is very informal activity using personas to allow you to practice in a safe environment. So feel free to create your own persona as well based on the type of clients that you serve normally, or the people you're supporting. And feel free to utilize this time in the best way for you, because this is the learning time for you. So we will be proposing you persona of Sergio, and let's review this persona together. And then later my colleague Leila will put copy as well of the persona in the chat so you can use it while you're navigating benefits Wayfinder. So Sergio is 33 years old. He is a newcomer, temporary resident in Ontario, Fergus, and he's renting. So he's living renting place. He's making $40,000 a year, and he works as a full-time chef. He has not filed Canadian taxes before. So we would like you to review this persona and go to Benefits Wayfinder now. And using this information, answer the questions in the questionnaire. So we're focusing on the questionnaire on the top of the Benefits Wayfinder to see what benefits are recommended for Sergio. On your own, you will be doing this, and you will be able to do this over the 10 minutes. And we also encourage you to use either persona of Sergio, or again, imaginary persona of client that you're working with that would be most applicable to your work and to your support consultancy. We will have for this 10 minutes. You will do this research by your own, and then we will return back and we will do short debrief using Mentimeter again, discovering what benefits you found for Sergio. And we can see that responses are starting to come in, linking on community services, medicines program. How do you feel? Did Sergio even knew about these benefits that they're existing? Canadian dental, Canada carbon rebate, workers benefit, disability supplement. And I see Jenny's comment as well, wonderful comment. Answers might differ depending on what variables you used when you use the Sergio's persona. That brings us again to the importance of responding to as many questions in questionnaire as possible and building up that trust with your clients and psychological safety that we can provide the most valuable advice to them on the benefits and access to the benefits. Canada Child Benefit, I see a comment as well in chat. Thank you so much, Debo. Anybody who cannot access the Mentimeter, feel free to comment in chat as well. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Back to the sharing presentation now. And we will try with you. We will have a little bit less time because we're running out of the time, but we will try as well to use the starting points as well for another persona. And this time it is Rabia. She is Canadian citizen. You choose the province where she lives and city. Rabia is making $23,000 a year, and she is part-time server and has only been eligible for 1 year of filling in taxes, but did not file last year. So let's discover what benefits are available for Rabia using starting points for the conversation. And my colleague will share, I see that Leila shared already, Rabia's persona. You will have as well 3 minutes. Let's do 5 minutes as well for Rabia and play out with the starting points and see what you found for Rabia. And at 2:13, we will return back to the group debrief, so you can share your experience using the Benefits Wayfinder starting points. And again, I hope you use this opportunity as well to practice your skills in situations that really may occur in your role in real life. Feel free to play around with practical examples for yourself in your environment. Okay, let's see what this exercise helped you to discover about Rabia. Leila, may I please ask you to share the Mentimeter again? Thank you so much. And I see that people are already responding. Really appreciate your engagement and activity. So we can see that, again, depending on how you played with the persona and answered the questions and dig deeper into the starting points, you discover different opportunities and different benefits that Rabia potentially was not aware of. And you as a consultant, you as a service provider, were invaluable resource for Rabia to feel more empowered, to feel more secure that her situation, whatever financial situation she is in right now, is manageable, which is amazing. Canada Learning Bond, Solidarity Tax Credit. Debo, thank you in chat, Canada Learning Bond. Quebec Tax Shield, National Pharmacare Program, Canada Learning Board for 1820s, Alberta Income Support. Thank you so much for your engagement. Rental assistance, Affordable Housing Program, Canada Carbon Rebate, Canada Workers Benefit, Canada Dental Care Plan. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your engagement, for your responses. And we encourage you, you have the links to Benefits Wayfinder. And again, we will share the recording with you in PowerPoint presentation. You will get it to your email boxes after this live webinar. Feel free to discover this tool on your own time and play with the personas that are more realistic in your professional life that you can really apply and you can discover. And we will move to our next presentation point, and we will dive a little bit into the disability benefits compass insights as well. Using the disability benefits compass is also an important feature that you can tap into after this presentation. The disability benefits compass is linked to the benefits wayfinder, so you can access it via benefits wayfinder, but it can also be as a standalone tool, and it is more complex. This tool is because disability benefits are much more complex. So this tool was created in partnership with Plan Institute, Disability Alliance BC, and the SRDC to help improve the navigation of the key disability benefits. Essentially, it is a deeper dive into these benefits with more tips and suggestions for how to apply. Plain language, and it has plain language, and it was designed by people living with a disability and support staff. Within each step, there are tips, examples, frequently asked questions, resources, challenges you may encounter, and who to contact for help. You can also find out what to expect after you apply and the next steps to take if your application is approved or denied. And the tool has three main federal benefits: disability tax credit certificate, Canada pension plan disability benefit, registered disability savings plan, plus the one provincial and territory disability assistance benefit. The disability benefit compass can be used by caregivers, family members, volunteers, and organizations who provide access to benefit support. I now will give you a really quick overview, but again, I will encourage you after today's webinar, just discover this tool by yourself in a calm environment, imagining personas that you might potentially work with, or knowing the situation of the client you have, and feel free to reach out with any questions if you have any questions with regards to that. Again, reminding that we are not subject matter experts on the benefits themselves, but we can provide the guidance to you on the tool itself. Let me share the the Disability Benefits Compass with you. So this is the homepage of Disability Benefits Compass, and as you can see, it is linked to Benefits Wayfinder, so you can easily return from Disability Benefits Compass to Benefits Wayfinder. They are interconnected, and at the same time, Disability Benefits Compass is a standalone tool that you can use whenever you need it. And you can select View Key Benefits here. If you want to see the 3 main disability benefits plus 1 relevant to your province or territory, or you can select Help Getting Started and for support on how to use this website, including a video by Disability Alliance BC describing the main benefits. On this page near the bottom is a helpful glossary as well that you can find, and you can discover all different kind of information related to the application for the disability benefits. All these resources with the beautiful images that you can see on screen can respond to the frequently asked questions and can provide a lot of information on process when you're applying for disability benefits, such as like you can find here, for example, sample letter for your doctor. You can find information how you can help your medical practitioner complete the medical forms. Definitions, how to help with disability tax credit. You can find as well different kind of insights on cases when your disability benefits were declined, and there might be different reasons for this, so you might decide to reapply for the benefits. And if you are not sure where to start, we have here as well captioned video, and it is containing as well ASL interpretation for everybody who needs it. So we can go and check one of these benefits, but in the fact that we do not have a lot of time right now, I do encourage you to discover this tool in your free time and reach out to us with any questions on the navigation of this tool if you will have, and we would be more than happy to guide you and navigate you through this tool. How are we doing? Do we have any questions related to these 2 tools that we can respond to you at this point in time? Not seeing any questions. So for BUZZ, the Benefits Wayfinder and Disability Benefits Compass, there are several ways you can use the tools with community members. You can use it as a resource yourself to find out more information about specific benefits, or some organizations included in their onboarding for staff to learn about common benefits. The Benefits Wayfinder can be also used with community members to explore benefits that might be available to them, or as a benefits checkup for some with disability. The Disability Benefits Compass can help them navigate the application process, because many of us know that it's a very complicated process sometimes. So helping to navigate through each step, there are a lot of questions to be responded, but it's a easily navigatable tool that guides you through the process with the plain language guidance, and very helpful in your work with the clients. BOSS tools can be a great way to encourage money conversation at a tax clinic or in a follow-up appointment separate from a tax clinic. And it can also be a way to provide tips to people applying for benefits, especially the Disability Benefits Compass, which are more details on the benefits application process itself. So now I want to switch gears, and we have a couple of resources to share with you and a couple more minutes left in this meeting. And I want to switch gears again and tell you about some of the other resources available to you. We did highlight this briefly in the demo, but you can also access them through these links that will be shared with you together with the presentations. All of them will be shared with you as well. And we also have some other new tools, one specifically designed for organizations, which is called the Bridge to Benefits. The Bridge to Benefits is for organizations considering offering access to benefits services or expanding what they currently offer. It shows you the steps needed and provides valuable tips and resources for getting started. The Benefits Wayfinder also has a link to this new tool. So we have a webinar recorded specifically on this topic, and if you would like to learn more, you can reach out to us at training at prospercanada.org, or you can see contact of our colleague Janet Fling, who can also provide you more information on this resource. We also have a new Making the Most Out of Your Money online course and some other resources that you might be interested in on the Canada Disability Benefit, and also a podcast called Dollars Seen Differently, produced by CNIB in collaboration with financial experts to provide educational content on financial literacy. This one features our own Janet Flynn and talks about the Disability Benefits Compass and Benefits Wayfinder. So we encourage you to discover these resources. Again, all of this will be provided to you, by the way, in the PowerPoint presentation. That is pretty much the end of our session. Before I will wrap up, does anyone has questions about what was shared today? Please feel free to jump again into the chat, and we will ensure that all questions that were submitted will be responded. My colleague Erin shared with you a short survey. We will appreciate your feedback. We always work hard to improve learning experiences for you, because we're really, really grateful for your trust in our services and in Prosper Canada offerings that we provide. Thank you so much for being part of today's presentation, and we are just one email away from you. Stay in touch, reach out, discover our Learning Hub, discover other webinars that we're offering, and have a wonderful day ahead of you. On the last note, I really, really want to say thank you to Margaret and Lisa, who were so supportive the entire hour and 30 minutes with us. And thank you so much for being part of this experience for all of our attendees and for your hard and devoted work to inclusion.